Oh, yeah, it's go time.
Here we are.
Ooh, the tailgate explosion continues, Ashley. And you know what? This tailgate's going to be pumped up because we got the one and only Luke McNeil in the house here from
Hey,
CloudCall.
happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Best for last. Wrapping up the Friday with our own Luke McNeil from CloudCall.
There you go. Packing bags, getting everything ready.
That's
Early
right.
check-in. Here we go.
Oh.
Orlando, here we come.
So I'm going to call you Clark Kent. So, because you kind of resemble like Clark Kent. So, long story short, Superman, when are you coming in?
Coming in on Monday. So,
Nice.
so super excited. Very early flight out of Austin, Texas, where I call home, and jumping across. So super excited.
I love it. Okay, so Ashley's been talking about CloudCall all week too. So give us some scoop on what's going on with CloudCall these days.
Yeah, well, we're really excited about the progress we made as a business. When we talked last year, we had just launched our own one platform, and really be able to usher in the next set of great communication, voice and text for staffing recruitment firms. Right, there's about 1,000 different firms that we support with doing that. And so here we are a year later, moving a lot of our customers over, getting some great feedback. And so, what I'm really excited about this next week is just being able to spend time with customers, hear how it's going. How can we support them, right? There is a lot of content out there about new technologies, and given some of the challenges that we've experienced over the last couple of years, I think a lot of staffing leaders that I talk to are really just trying to make sense of, how do I drive efficient productivity out of my organization? How do I do more with less? And then how do I make sense of putting together a tech stack that makes sense, that doesn't break the budget, and is going to drive the business impact? And so I'm excited to hear, because every time I learn more about how we might be able to help them, and that's really critical to feed into what we build next.
I love it. And, I think I keep getting reminded of what we've been talking about over the last 14 months with the roundtables and all the different events that we go to. And a couple of people have brought it up this week too, but AI is a big thing. But at the end of the day, this is a business of people. And I think I'm excited that CloudCall has such a unique ability to provide technology that actually enables better relationships and more engagement with, the person to person, the recruiter to candidate, the sales to customer. So that to me is a very exciting thing to be a part of.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Ashley, because a lot of what we have been really trying to learn from our customers is, what are the highest performing organizations? What are they doing? Right. It's one thing for us to say, hey, here's what we believe best practices is for using a piece of technology, whether it be CloudCall or anything else, or your CRM or ATS, and here's the things to think about. I think what is most impactful and what you get at Staffing World and other in-person events is really being able to learn from others of, it's great to have all the technology, but how am I actually leading the organization through this, right? How do I put in structure in place to make sure that, when I bring on a new recruiter, how do I get them ramped up to max capacity as soon as possible to drive that? And so, the best way to be able to do that is in person, having those conversations, really learning from each other in the industry. And so, I'm really excited to be able to kind of share some of the things that we're seeing and as we continue to learn.
You know it, Luke, all about peer-to-peer interaction, man. That's what it's about. If you need anybody pumped up, just call me, man. I'll guarantee to pump every recruiter up. I'm like,
there you go. Exactly. You need to have just a welcome, opening when someone boots up their computer in the morning. They just get kind of 60 seconds of the shark to get them in.
They get a shark bite in the morning. No coffee required. Just a shark bite. Boom. All right, I'm ready to go. So I got to ask you, Luke. Okay, so here's on the spot. Working with Ashley. Give me the scoop on it. I got to ask.
I am shocked at the pace in which Ashley operates. I'm always really impressed with the velocity of operators, and Ashley, you're at the top there. We throw so much at you in so many different ways, And your ability to just operate in GSD is remarkable. And I really appreciate the opportunity to partner you with. We just celebrated 1 year of you being on CloudCall a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, let's get yeah! Congratulations! Cheers!
Yeah. I mean, it's been an incredible year, and I love being in this space. I love working with the people at our company, the executive team, the leaders. Luke, they've been in tech for many years and just offer really inspiring insight and guidance. So it's been a great experience for me. So thanks for that call out.
I love that. When you have a dynamic duo like this going back and forth, I love that. Seriously, right here live, Luke, and Ashley just giving it out. This is what it's all about. Teamwork. Seriously. Companies out there, this is a prime example right here. CloudCall, how they love each other, they're working together, and they praise each other. That's what it's all about, peeps.
Yeah, one of the amazing journeys that we've been on as a business is just really thinking about how do we operate as a world-class tech organization, right? And for a lot of what we've got a number of new leaders in the business over the last couple of years, and on the back of this great track record that CloudCall has had, being in the industry for many years, supporting different staffing and recruiting firms. How do we raise the bar of just how we operate as an organization? Because we think that has a direct impact on the experience that our customers are going to have with our products and services. And one of the things that we've really been focused on is how are we stepping up to the opportunity to be a partner for our customers versus another vendor. And I think that distinction is really critical because we all recognize with whoever we do business with in any sort of dimension, there are those that feel like we're operating towards a common goal and that our interests are aligned. And then those that perhaps have to have more, whether it be conflict or whether it be kind of pushing a rock up the hill or whatever that, analogy you want to use, but that alignment's not there. And so, it's been just terrific to see our organization really kind of from the ground up rally around this orientation of being a partner to our customers versus a vendor. And it's super inspiring to see when people kind of think differently about, the role that they play in that.
You got it. We are family. That's all I keep thinking all the time in my head right now, Luke. Seriously, because it's all about being a family. When something goes bad, they need to call you and you have a solution for them. You work it out together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it at the top, Ashley, which is this is still a people business, right? And it's no different working through the challenging times and the best of times, right? And so showing up and having the right intentions is critical in life, critical to your friendships, your social life, your personal life, and your professional. It's when you're trying to do multiple. I'm not.
That's what I always. Luke? I got to tell you, business and professional and personal go hand in hand. I don't change on either one. I give love to everybody either way.
That's right. And what I've learned in my career is, the further you go in your career, the more those two personal and professional lives, ultimately merge. Right. And so, I think that level of authenticity is something I've always really respected with, leaders I've had the opportunity to work for, leaders that I've learned from. And so, that's what I try to strive for in supporting our team.
You got it. I love it. Okay, so booth 225. Whoa, I can't even talk today. 225. So what's going on there, Ashley? A little swag? What demos? What else you guys giving away?
We're right by the beach zone. Which
oh boy, the beach zone.
I'm wondering
you said beach with me. I didn't know that.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be like one of those frat parties from back in the day where they like bring in the sand.
And the little blow up pools you can like put your feet in, and there's a bunch of like beer in it. That'd be great during happy hour.
So anyway, that's where we'll be. Luke and I will be there. We're going to be hanging out, also walking around, talking to people. We've got lots of partners that are going to be exhibiting as well. So we'll have some swag, of course. And Luke, you haven't seen these yet, only the proof, but I've got our little CloudCall magazines that we'll have at the booth. So it's not all about CloudCall. It's some different articles about leadership and just different event stuff that we've had over the last year.
What Ashley's not telling you is the literally hundreds of pounds that I'm going to have to check in and beg for forgiveness when I lofted up, to try to check in and baggage and everything. So we got a lot of stuff that we're bringing. We're super excited about, but it's just an opportunity for us to have those conversations that we were talking about, and looking forward to seeing what else is out there, right? Seeing what other providers in the space, what they're looking, to build out. How have we evolved in a year as we continue to think about driving business impact on the back of AI initiatives in a variety of different ways? And so, I always enjoy flipping the script a bit and walking through the vendor hall, because I always learn, and I always gotta say, hey, they did really well there, or that's a novel idea I hadn't thought of, or boy, I'm glad we're not as bad as that one, and all the, it's just kind of nice to be able to kind of walk through and learn, right?
So Ashley, I got to tell you this: when Luke's there, I'm gonna have to grab his arms, because I'm sure one's gonna be bigger than the other with carrying that bag, right? Pumping it up. You see him? He was like, how did you do that again, Luke? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna lift that bag up,
You'll see me as the awkward person walking through the Orlando airport asking for a dolly.
Or he'll be on one of them carts. Beep, beep. I'm like, there goes Luke.
Oh, man. I almost got run over by one this week. And, of course, I had to do the proverbial give him a dirty look. And this driver was a chiseled veteran in the dirty looks, right? And so he gave an even worse one. And he laid on that horn with a flashing light. Everyone in the terminal looked over, and he won. He won the staring contest.
He won. He had more.
Oh, that's too much fun. Hey, look, besides that, Puppy Park, going to hit the Puppy Park. Any keynote speakers or any, are you guys speaking or anything like that? Anything going on there, Knowledge Hub or anything?
No, we are not. We've got a little bit smaller contingency this year than some of the years past. And really, we're here to listen and really wanted to hear what as we've progressed since a year ago in Nashville, how the industry has continued to evolve. It's interesting. We have partnered with many different ATSs and CRMs and participating in their different user events, which are always really great fun. And super insightful to hear on how different of our CRM partners are what they're hearing from their customers, how their businesses are doing. And you get a sense through these different data points on just general trends of the industry. And, spoiler alert, nobody knows, right? And so I'm interested in how we characterize it in some of the keynotes today of nobody knows.
Nobody does know. Hell no.
But outside of that, there's going to be similar insight, right? These are uncertain times, and we're all here kind of banding together as an industry to support each other as we go through. And so I think that there is certainly a higher order than just kind of look at this flashy object or look at, what this person's doing. And I've seen that continue to kind of evolve as this kind of communal, how do we support each other as an industry and learn from that, which I think is great. So I'm looking forward to listening and learning.
Listen, learn, lead. There we go. Luke's got it right there, buddy. That's what it's all about. Hey, before we get out of here at the tailgate, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Advanced Partners. They put the fun in funding. If you need funding, you need to call Advanced Partners. Brother Luke, thank you so much for coming on, man. I got to tell you what, man, it's been a pleasure. Ashley, this is our final tailgate, right, Ash? So thank you for letting me have her the whole week. It was exciting. She's a rock star. Marketing, tailgates, anything like that. You guys are lucky to have her. And both of you together. I'm going to say both of you. You guys are a great dynamic duo. Like Superman and Wonder Woman. I'm going to call both of you. That's how it is, right?
There we go.
All right, well, thank you so much for including us and letting us be a part of what is an awesome activity I'm looking forward to, for this week and the pump up to Orlando.
That's it. All right, peeps, we're getting out of here. A couple more days and we'll be at Staffing World. Make sure you stop by CloudCall booth 225. Ashley and Luke, take care. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.